Yes lads, welcome back to the channel. First things first, look at this. Can you believe it? We've had a bit of an influx in subscribers over the past few days, and that's pretty cool. It just means that we've got to keep them interested. We'll see, see how good we are at doing that. So I had a couple of days off back end of last week. I've been absolutely battered. I've been missing the lifts, obviously. I didn't give myself a chance to recover from that nightmare I had at work where I nearly collapsed. So I took those 2 days off. It was good because it coincided with the World's Strongest Man, so I got to spend the evening watching someone else watch it and talk about it, and looking at a spreadsheet like every year with the World's Strongest Man. And we've got a little bit of a change of plan. So because of the way things have gone, I don't feel like trying a new PR in everything this week. So what I'm going to do is on Friday I'm going to try break my powerlifting total and in the gym, obviously in here. So last time we didn't quite make the £1,000 total. This week we're going to try get the £1,000 total. I think as long as we're pretty smart about it, should be quite comfortable. All we need to get is a 160 kilo squat, 120 kilo bench press, and a 180 kilo deadlift, all in the same day. It's okay. I bought a powerlifting singlet so we can look cool while we're doing it. And the plan is, after that, I'm gonna drop everything else back a little bit and try and get the 200 kilo deadlift in the next few weeks. That'll be good, I think. I think that's a sensible way of doing it, because I think the strength is there as long as I can get rid of the fatigue. Trying and failing all the lifts that many times really hammered me in when I was already tired anyway. So what we're going to do this week, try the new powerlifting total on Friday. Today we are going to just run through all three lifts. Go up to, I don't know, not a heavy single, maybe do a few singles. Just get everything moving again, because I've started to tighten up a little bit from having a few days off. But once we get things moving, we'll be all right. I think if we can feel all right, get things moving, and go into Friday with as little fatigue as possible, that'll be good. And hopefully we can get the £1,000 total. But yeah, 200 kilo deadlift on the back burner for now, but should be coming next month or two. I reckon that's possible. That's smart. I've adjusted my training plan because we were making pretty good progress when we were doing like the top set back off with 60-70% or whatever it was. Then you're doing the movement but you're not doing it really heavy. So the back off sets that I had been doing the past few weeks were like 80 to 85%, and I feel like it's probably heavier than it needed to be. We were making really good progress with it being between 70 and 75%, so we're going to knock that down to there. And I think the thing with the back off sets is like they don't need to be heavy. Your top set's heavy, and when you get stronger, your back off sets will be heavier because you're stronger, and then not because you're doing a closer to your max. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. It means that you can do it more often, more frequency, but not be a bit battered. But then, I don't know if I was battered for, I don't know. We just had a bit of a bad do the past few weeks. But I think £1,000 total should be cool. I've actually washed all of my protective gear. I've washed my knee sleeves, my elbow sleeves. They're all dry in the garden, so we might have some crunchy sounding knees today. Right. What other news do I have? I bought my first pair of cast iron plates. I'm going to swap the entire gym to these over the next few months or whatever. It just allows you to have a bit more room on the bar, which is pretty good, and they're cool. I think they're heavier than the bumper plates, but yeah, I think that'll look cool, kind of old school. Looks kind of odd with it on the bar, doesn't it? So this is 100 kilo now, and with the one big plate and the one little plate, looks kind of mad. But once it's all switched over, it'll look nice. I don't expect it to be anytime soon, there's no rush. I think now that we've got this one, we should be good for being able to fit like 220 on the bar, which is a fair ways away. I've listed the 25 kilo bumper plates on eBay that I've got. They're real fat, they take up a massive space on the bar. So with these cast iron plates, we'll probably be able to fit 3 of them on in the space of that 25, so 60 kilo rather than 25 in the same amount of space. That'll be like, I don't know, forever in terms of growth on those. So, right, I'll do a few at 100. Yep. Well, some things never change. Bang at everything. I've had been having a bit of problems with this hip. So my glute, ass, left ass cheek has been feeling real tight, and when I'm walking it feels like it's kind of pulling my leg inwards that way. And when I'm hinging for a deadlift, it feels like it doesn't go. It just feels sort of tight in Pete. Something bad's happening, and maybe we need to have a bit of a rest with it, whatever. But in the spirit of not listening to my body, we're going to try a £1,000 total on Friday, and then we'll be back at the beginning of our training plan. And the plan is kind of volume for 4 weeks, so not too bad. Give myself a bit of a break, but with the break we're going to be trying to push the deadlift. I think maybe smart approach would be 8 weeks to do it. I could probably do it a bit faster, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, no rush, you know. So World's Strongest Man is over now. I've been rooting for Big Tom Stoltman to win, and he was very close, you know. Few little mistakes here and there. If he'd not fumbled the stone in the heats, he would have gone into the final. Well, presuming he did it better than everyone else, he could have had an extra point going into the final, and he would have won if he'd done that. If he'd have got the deadlift, he got it to his knees, couldn't get it any further. I know all about that one. If he'd have got that, again, would have won it. Hercules hold. If he'd have held it for one more second, he would have got the World's Strongest Man win. And the overhead behind the neck jerk, the Flintstone press thing they were doing, he got the winning weight, or it would have been like a win overall. He shared the win on that with Trey Mitchell. He got it there, and like in previous years, I'm sure someone would have given him that because he held it. It didn't quite balance it for long enough to get the down, but it was definitely better than when Martins Lisi's got the down at Rogue or whatever it is a few years ago. But whatever. And then yeah, so if he'd have got that overhead press, he would have tied points with the guy who won, Rayner. And then, because of the way World's Strongest Man worked, Tom won the stones, so he would have won overall from countback. So, you know, very exciting contest this year. Mentally, you're not allowed to watch it, but it's almost more exciting listening to someone talk about it. Like, if there was a World's Strongest Man radio, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in the Strongman Reddit, watching people talk about it and seeing what videos people manage to put up. Pretty good overall. Pretty decent weekend. Stayed up a bit too late a few times listening to it, but whatever. Do 120 for a single. Normally got a bit more warmth in my knees by now. Right, whoa, man. Ooh. I don't know where to go. Maybe we do 120 or 130 for another little bit. We'll do 130 for a single, and then we'll do some bench press. Maybe we'll go up to 100 kilo or something. Okay, do a quick 130 here. I think this will be our last one. Should be heavy enough to feel like a squat, but not so heavy that we're still knackered by Friday. Nice. Right. Let me get the bench press set up. I think all we need to do is 100 kilo. Not mental. We're edging ever closer to the 100 subscriber total that I said I would do the 100 kilometre bike ride and then 100 reps with 100 kilo across squat, bench, deadlift. It's quite good because the weather in the UK is nice at the moment, and I'm expecting that ride to be between 3 and 4 hours. So 3 and 4 hours riding in the sun is much nicer than 3 or 4 hours riding in the rain. So hopefully, I think we need 24 more subscribers as of today. I think we've got 74 or something. So when we get that, I'll plan it in. Yeah, so obviously 100 reps with 100 kilo, probably not massive, but after 4 hours on the bike, it's probably going to be pretty ruthless. I haven't done a long ride like that in a while. I think the longest we've done is about 40 mile. So what's 100 kilometres is about 60, so not too bad. But again, I've not done a 3 or 4 hour bike ride and then 100 reps with 100 kilo before. So hopefully you find it interesting watching me have a bad time. So bench press. I'm probably just going to go 68 to do 100 for a single, something like that. See how that goes. We should be alright. Yeah. And then, yeah, the deadlift. I don't know. Maybe we got to 140 or something for a single. Not mental. When we do the powerlifting meet, I'm going to try do it. Guess double overhand. Then it counts. And I've actually been looking for a powerlifting meet so I can train and go do it at an actual meet rather than just in my garage by myself. I bet we could get a dog here. But I would have to train the commands. Obviously the whatever it is, down, press, rack, wait for a command on the squat, because I'm basically doing a touch and go bench at the moment. I would imagine when I do the pause, waiting for a command, my strength will go down a little bit. But if we train for it, maybe it can go up a bit. Because sometimes the pause makes you feel a bit more secure, so you can really press it. But that'd be cool, I think. We got a nice SBD singlet. Someone bought it, tried it on, too small. Sold it on eBay for 36 quid. So saved 40 quid there. They're meant to be 75 quid. That's not bad, that. I say saved money, I ain't saved money. I've spent 36 quid. 80 kilos. Ooh. So I've got an appointment on Friday, so I should have the day off work, and that means that I can have the entire day to do the powerlifting meet, mock meet, whatever. I'm off to see about getting a nose job. So one of the times I've knocked my teeth out crashing the BMX, one of 5 times, I've broke my nose and I can't breathe out of it. When I try and breathe out of my nose, it kind of just closes. And the guy's saying, with the surgery, we can expect like a 40 to 60% improvement in ability to breathe, which is nice. So like, there's a bone here where it's just sort of shifted across, or it's shifted across that way, I don't know. But basically, when I breathe, my nose just closes, which I think should improve my sleep quality as well once it's healed. So the big thing at the moment is mouth tape to force yourself to breathe through your nose at night. And that's meant to help with your, well, everything really. Mouth for eating, nose for breathing. Should be good. I'm hoping it, like, because I wake up and I'm absolutely knackered all the time. I never feel like I've had a good night's sleep, and I have, you know, between 7 and 9 hours sleep most nights. Granted, there's a dog there and probably don't sleep very well, but I'm hoping being able to breathe will help. We'll find out. I don't know what I'll have to do around training. I'll probably have to have a few weeks of steady training, if any. But in the grand scheme of things, it's no real hardship, is it? If our quality of life improves. Let me stick 100 kilo on. We'll do 100 for a single. We might do 100 for 2 singles. We'll see how it goes. If you watched the other videos, you might have noticed like how out of it I was. I was like misloading plates pretty regularly. Just misgrooving lifts, like not really there. And I really needed them couple of days off. Have a nice, try and relax a little bit. No bike riding, whatever. I've been to work, but it's been fairly chilling now. It's back to normal. We're not moving an entire multi-million pound business in 3 days. So, yeah, no strenuous activity. Just chilling out. Spend the rest of this week chilling. We'll do a 100 kilo single. We'll do a little deadlift. I don't know what just yet. Maybe 150, maybe 140. If we do 140, we can use this plate, new cast iron plate, and then the other plate, and we can see what 140 will look like from now on. Yeah, let me do 100. Should we do another one? We'll do another one. Why not? Dog! Don't look at me. Come here. Come here. Here he is, the main character. Oh, careful boy. Come on then. So, this is Jackson. He's going to referee our powerlifting meet on Friday, aren't you, Matt? What do you reckon? How much are you going to get paid? You can have 2 treat. What do you reckon? You like 2 treat? You want to get back to lying like a baked potato in the sun? Go on then, buddy. Jackson's been a bit down recently. We were on a walk and he was just like stopping, looking back. Bit lethargic. I don't know what's been up, but he was feeling better yesterday, I think. He sometimes eats. One time he ate one of his toys, swallowed it, and like he was just not really eating his food, he was eating grass. And we're like, what the hell's wrong with him? We're about to take him to the vets. Then he just sicked up this piece of toy. Yeah, gross, sorry. And then he was fine. And I'm like, oh, well, you did that to yourself, didn't you, mate? I've just embarrassed him on camera. Go on, mate. Back to the sun. Good boy. I'll do another single of this, and we'll do a couple of deadlifts, then we'll get out of here. Don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Maybe just a few bits of bench press or something. Keep it moving. Thursday, rest, eat a bunch of food. Okay, that's them. Deadlift. So just a few reps with these. Again, not mental. Trying not to put too much energy into it. Just run through the motions. Make sure it's familiar. Tomorrow, yeah, same thing. And hopefully by Friday we're pretty well rested and can give it our best shot. We were close to the £1,000 total last time, but I put a bit too much into the second 125 kilo attempt on the bench press. It was where we were like millimetres away from locking it out, and something in my back, because I was pushing the arch, something in my back kind of tweaked, and from that point I knew the deadlift wasn't going to happen. But we should be good this time. So I think last time I went in with the mindset of I'm going to get a PR on everything. This time we're going in with the mindset of I want £1,000 total. We should get a 160 kilo squat pretty comfortably. We should get 120 kilo bench pretty comfortably. And the 180 deadlift should be, again, pretty comfortable. So if we, open the squat at 150, do a 160. If we get the 160, leave it there. We don't need to do more because that's what we need for it. Bench, we'll do a 110, then a 120, and then maybe we'll give 122, 125 a go. But we won't fight it as much. Like if it goes nice, cool. If it goes not nice, no worries, just leave it. Because the most important thing is the overall. Because last time, my last warm-up was the 160 kilo deadlift, and then I planned on opening at 180. And I should have opened at the 160, then done a 180, then tried the 190 if I got the 180, which is what I would probably do currently if I was actually going to compete. I think we would get 150 squat on the board, 110 bench on the board, 160 deadlift on the board. Then we'd try 160, 120, 180, and that'd be £1,000. And then I think we could probably do a 165, 170 squat. They were looking okay. And then the bench, I think we're probably good for a 125 this time round. And the deadlift, I don't know. Based on the 180 for 5, we should be good for 200 kilo. But because I haven't done a great job of managing my life stress, fatigue, whatever, we've missed everything. I think the most we've pulled is 187.5, and it wasn't nice. But we've pulled 180 quite a few times, which is probably not what we needed to do. We'd probably needed to deload down and then build back up. But you live and learn. And so main focus for this week, £1,000 total. I think being smart about it, we can do it. Just do a few with 160, 100. Maybe we'll do one at 120, one at 140, call it a day. Maybe 150, we'll see. So I think we'll pull 100 for free, then we'll do 140 for one, maybe 2 ones. See how that goes. Sounds cooler with the plates already. Let's do a 140 single. It's kind of easier without the straps because you don't have to strap in, so you can actually hinge down into the position. I struggle a lot off the floor sometimes, so you'll notice that heavy set I did recently that I keep going on about because it's the only good thing I've done recently. 180 kilo for 5, like the first one slow off the floor, second one positions right, third one positions right, and but I find it difficult to sort of get into position from the floor when you're using the straps, so maybe it's a good thing not using the straps. I feel like I probably have to train grip a little bit to not be limited by that, but I guess that comes from doing it. So I guess while we're doing, we'll finish this, we'll get the £1,000 total. Leave a comment down below thinking what total I'm going to get if I'm going to fail everything like I usually do. Yeah, and then we'll start training our top set, or like every set up to our top set with mixed grip, and then we'll just use straps for the back off. I think that's a pretty common way of doing it. A little bit better. Anyway, let's get one of these. Yeah, nice. Grip feels crap, man. I need to work on that. But we can use chalk. Should probably buy a chalk block or something. But yeah, give me a sec. I'll pull another one of them. Then I'll get out of your face. So the plan that I've made, I don't know why I made the last 4 weeks like a peak. Because that ain't what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a power building program. So like bodybuilding with getting stronger at the power lifts. But you're not meant to have a peak. So I've redone it again. Changed everything around. So we were having problems with doing the heavy squat and the heavy deadlift after each other. So we've moved the heavy deadlift to Friday, pulled our lighter deadlift day to the Tuesday. That should even it out a little bit. And we've made it so that it's, how I was doing it before. Top set, back off, few sets, whatever. And it was working nice. I was feeling good, feeling confident, whatever. I think when we dropped the volume but up to intensity, I started to feel worse at everything. Like the grindy, slow reps after you've done a top set isn't really what you need, or what I need. I don't know. Everyone else is different, aren't they? But what I needed was a few reps to really get it dialed in. So you have one set where you try hard, increase in intensity over the weeks, and then the rest of the sets is like just drilling in the motion. And it doesn't need to be heavy because the top set is heavy. You need to get better at the movement and then whatever. Like obviously it's still heavy, it's just not the heaviest it could be. Yeah, I think that worked for me. And that's what we'll be doing going forward. We're trying to get massive and strong at the same time. Okay, one more of these. And we're done. Thank you for coming. All the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. All the old subscribers, thank you for staying with us. When we went from 62 down to 61, I was like, oh God, we've fallen off. But we've gone all the way up to 76 or something now. What a time to be alive. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll run through some bench press or something. Cheers, I'll see you there.